how's it going? It's Kyle here from KGTV, and today I just want to do a quick unboxing of the iPhone 11. I just picked this up today, and I actually have the iPhone XS. Sorry, I'm shooting this on my work phone, which is an iPhone 8 Plus, I believe. But anyways, I have an iPhone XS in the gold. Sorry, I don't feel like taking the bumper off right now. And the phone's been like pretty good for the most part since I got it back in, I want to say maybe like February of this year, which is pretty sad that I've already upgraded. This phone has been pretty good, but the battery life has been pretty abysmal for me. The phone's not even like, I don't know, 10 months old, and the battery health is at 92%, and like I work 12-hour shifts, so like when I'm at work I am using the phone a lot to, I don't know, just like browse the internet or watch videos on YouTube and stuff like that. And I have to charge this thing like probably 2 times a day, if not maybe more. And that just seems like absolutely ridiculous to me. If it wasn't for that fact and for the camera not being the best, I probably wouldn't get rid of this phone. Like if the battery could last me through a whole day guaranteed of like moderate usage and the camera was a little bit better, it's a pretty good phone. But I was just never super happy with the pictures it took. The video looks great, but the picture just always kind of lacked something. I don't know, they just always looked a little funny to me. So when I saw the iPhone 11 come out and it has better battery life and better cameras, and like everyone seems to be really happy with how the pictures look on the iPhone 11 and the 11 Pro. Once I saw that, and because I was actually thinking about trading this in to getting an iPhone XR, because I heard that the battery life was a lot better on those. But once I saw that this was kind of like a little bit better than the iPhone XR and the camera was pretty significant upgrade, I was like, I think I'm just gonna jump ship, sell this thing, put the money towards this, and go with the iPhone 11. The reason why I'm not going with the iPhone 11 Pro is because unless you have these phones side by side, or the iPhone 11 Pro next to the iPhone 11, that screen, you're not gonna totally notice a difference. Now, like when they're side by side, yeah, you can tell that the iPhone 11 Pro has a brighter screen, more, deeper blacks, more detailed screen. But when you're just using this by itself, the screen looks fine. And really the only other thing, this is gonna give great battery life, and I've heard reports that it does. But the only other thing that you're missing out on is that third camera, which is a zoom lens. And honestly, I never found myself really using the zoom lens all that much. And if I really get in a situation where I need to zoom in, I always have digital zoom. So to me, I think the iPhone 11, even if you're an enthusiast, and you take a lot of pictures and you're that kind of techie person like I am, this is still the better buy than the iPhone 11 Pro. Now, like my favorite color is like an army green, kind of like foresty green. So when I saw that midnight green, I was like, oh man, that phone's awesome. Like I gotta get that. But I just can't justify like trading a phone in that's not even a year old and then still having to pay like $700 on top of that. And then that's not even including tax. for the iPhone 11 Pro if I want to get the 256 gig, or if I want to get the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which that name's just ridiculous, but even that would be even more expensive. And I paid almost like, I think I paid $1,000 for this phone, which is just unheard of. Like that's insane to me. So if you're trying to decide if you think you should get the iPhone 11 or the 11 Pro, I really don't think you're going to miss out on that much if you just go with the 11. But I haven't seen many people doing comparisons between the XS and the iPhone 11. I'm actually meeting someone to sell them this phone tomorrow, so I'm going to try to do as much as I can comparison wise. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of videos, but I will let you guys know what I think the big notices are between the two. So I'll just start with the unboxing now. I know there's 1,000 of these out already, and I'm gonna try this. I'm going with the 128 gig. My iPhone XS is a 256 gig, and I like having that much space and not having to use cloud storage. I figured since I'm using a new phone, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna really try to use cloud storage, because for $3 a month, you can get 200 gigs on iCloud. So for a year, you're gonna spend about close to $40, with tax and everything. And the difference between that is I saved $100 not getting the 256 gig. So I'm gonna try to use this, be able to live with it, and then just try to upload stuff to iCloud and stuff like that. I hope it works, because that would be kind of cool if I could get that to work and be able to live with that. I know this video is kind of all over the place, but one thing I have noticed though is I've been trying to back this thing up to iCloud all day, and I have a lot of 4K videos I shot, and from when I went to concerts and stuff like that, I shot some videos, and I have a decent amount of pictures and stuff on my phone. This thing has been backing up to iCloud, and every time I look at it, the time goes up. So right now, it says it has 46 minutes left. It was at 35 minutes about an hour ago. I don't know if this is ever going to back up fully before I have to meet this guy tomorrow to sell him this. So that's the only thing that's kind of making me nervous. Now, if iCloud was and maybe it's a thing of once it's finally, uploaded and everything like that, then, as long as you keep up with it and you're not just trying to back up a massive amount all at one time, it might be okay. And I'll do follow-up videos on how that works for me and everything. But that is one of my fears, that every time I want to back this phone up, it's going to take, hours and days to do. So I'm going to try the 128 and see how that works for me. But we'll move the XS out of the way, and we'll take a look at the 11. Now I went with black just because the white looked really nice. I hated the yellow. I just couldn't stand it. I'm not a huge fan of the pastel color look, and I really don't like how the band, I don't know what it's made out of. Sorry, I know I'm trying to do a tech video, but whatever the bezel or the frame of the phone is on the yellow, it's golden, and the gold in a pastel color yellow just looks gross in my opinion. I know some people like it, which is cool, but I wasn't digging it. White looked pretty cool. I just didn't like that it was silver around the sides. Purple looked cool, but I wasn't super wild about it. I think red, honestly, red, white, and black were definitely my favorites. And I would be cool with getting like, you know, a different color phone or whatever. Like, I mean, I went with the gold one of this. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to like kind of wild colors, but just none of those are really doing it for me. I thought the black looked pretty slick. I know I'm probably making people anxious how I just picked that up, but this is what I'm talking about. It's a different material than it is on the 10S. The 10S, it's like a smoother metal. This is more of a, I really don't know what this is, but it's more of like a brushed kind of thing. And I just thought that with the black looked really nice. I just didn't really like it on any of the other phones. A buddy of mine that I work with, he has the green one, and I do kind of like that one. It's grown on me a lot, but I just thought black looked pretty slick, pretty classy, and yeah, so I decided to go with black on this one. I'm gonna put that off to the side, and then same old stuff you get in all these. Everyone's already done all these 1,000 times over. So I'm gonna use this phone throughout tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do another follow-up video, just letting you guys know what I think about it. I think I'm gonna be happier to having a little bit of a bigger screen than on the 10S. Not that the 10S size screen is bad or anything, but I think I would, after seeing the 11 Pro Max in the store again and holding it, I was like, man, I kind of miss having a bigger phone, and I think this is gonna fit right in there nicely, just being a size between the 10S or the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. Just a little side note thing too, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that the 10S, the 10, any of the older iPhones, maybe like the really old ones, I could see it, but not the 10S and the 10s to me. Maybe the 10 can, but the whole camera thing, like the feature of holding down the camera button, the shutter button, and having it transform into shooting video and then doing the slide over thing. I've always wanted that in a camera app on a phone, and there's probably Android phones that do it or whatever, but I couldn't tell you how many times like I start taking a picture, and then in the middle of me taking the picture, I'm like, oh man, this would be a sweet video to get. And then it takes, you lose 3 or 4 seconds getting to the video option for it to start shooting video. So whenever I saw that, I mean, it's probably a small thing to most people, but whenever I saw Apple talk about that, I was like, man, that's something I've been really looking for, in a phone. And the fact that, like, I don't know what their reasoning would be that this couldn't do that. I can maybe understand night mode, but even like the Pixel 1s got night mode or night sight as a software update. And I know Google's pretty good on their software, Apple is good on their software, but they're also more hardware leaning. But I just think that that's ridiculous that the Pixel 1 could get night sight, and the iPhone XS, which is last year's model of the iPhone, isn't going to have their night mode for picture taking, and it's not even going to get something as simple as holding down the shutter button, sliding it over. I heard someone say that it can't do night mode because all those cameras are acting all at one time, and it's kind of doing it in real time, where Google's night sight is doing it like post-processing more. So I'll give them that one, but the whole like holding down the shutter button and having that not be a feature that came to the XS just kind of blows my mind. I don't see how that couldn't have been done. Maybe it comes out in a software update in the future, but I was pretty bummed about that. So I guess I might as well just end this video with, let me take the screen protector off of this. So they didn't put one on the back this year, they just put one on the front. So I'm gonna put that to the side, and then I'm gonna turn both these on just so you can see like a screen comparison brightness between the two. It's my big old mug in the background. I mean, this screen really does look good though. And I really do like the brush on the sides. I still don't know what that's called, that's my fault, but the only thing I don't like about it though is it is a little slick though. It's definitely more slippery than whatever they use on the XS. So there's the phones. I'm not able to increase the brightness on this, but let me try to get them to match and see what I'd have to go down to. So, I mean, that's probably about right. Maybe there. But I mean, if you get really close, sorry, I'm trying to shoot this on my iPhone 8 from work, 8 Plus. But I mean, honestly, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed with this screen. So I'm gonna get this set up and play around with it tomorrow, and I'll do a follow-up video. Sorry this video was so long, but I just kind of wanted to get all my points out in one video. So if you stuck around to the end, thanks, and consider subscribing if you liked what I talked about. If you guys have any questions or you want to dispute anything I said or agree with anything I said, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down and leave some comments and I'll respond back to them. And I should have another video up here in the next day or two giving you guys a little update on how I'm liking the iPhone 11. So take care and I'll see you guys soon.